When I moved into this old house, I had almost 1,500 square meters of lawn to take care of in the garden. And if you've ever had a big lawn, you know it takes a lot of time, especially if you want to keep it nice. Time that I much rather want to spend on the renovation of the house.
4 years ago, this garden was completely overgrown, and since then, I've been slowly reshaping it, one project at a time, while also restoring the old house. There's no part of the garden that's actually finished. What you're seeing here is only the beginning, but it really shows the progress I've been doing for the last years. If you want to see how it all started, I've made a full year 1, 2, and 3 series showing the entire journey so far. And next month, year 4 is coming, so if you want to see more of the transformation of this old school and garden and slow transformations, stick around. Last year, I removed a big chunk of the lawn for a huge rose bed. And last month, I removed another part to create a more formal entrance for my guest apartment.
In this video, I'm taking it way further. I'm transforming part of the main lawn into a fruit meadow with native wildflowers. This apple tree came with the garden, but last month I had volunteers and they helped me dig 5 holes for fruit trees, and we planted 4 of them. 1 cherry, 1 plum, and 2 different apples. And I will first show you the clips of when we did that, and then I'm gonna plant the mulberry tree I bought in the last episode.
För någon speciell sorts träd va?
A cut lawn provides almost no biodiversity, so that's why I'm going to let a large part of the lawn to grow taller. And hopefully there will be some wildflowers hidden in the grass. In other case, I'm going to plant some wildflowers in there as well. But there's still a large part of the lawn that needs to be cut, and that's where the last part of my plan comes in.
This is the Anthbot M5 robot mower, and the idea is very simple. Instead of spending hours mowing this season, this mower is going to do it for me.
Something that stopped me from getting a robot mower before was the amount of work you have to do when you start mapping the lawn and digging down boundary wires and so on. I had one of those when I lived in Norway, and once I accidentally cut the wire and I had to spend so much time trying to figure out where the cut was. And that's what piqued my interest about this one. It doesn't require a boundary wire. One of its core features is that you can map the lawn digitally.
The setup was surprisingly straightforward. You just place the charging station, install the RTK antenna, install the app, and then map your lawn with the app.
What should I name her? Thea.
Oh shit!
It has now started to mow the lawn. There she is. Well done.
In the app, you can set up different zones with different cutting heights, zones that doesn't even have to be connected, and you can start the mowing remotely or make your own schedule. After that, the mower knows exactly where it should go. This mower uses RTK positioning and vision systems for precise navigation. Another model features LiDAR navigation, which provides precise positioning and is especially ideal for small, complex gardens with many obstacles. It cuts the grass regularly in small amounts, which gives a very even lawn, and I'm hoping it's going to do wonders on all the moss that's in my grass.
It's also surprisingly quiet. It can run in the background without disturbing, and the noise level is about 58 decibel, which is similar to a quiet conversation.
It uses AI vision to detect obstacles, which is great because these robot mowers can be deadly for hedgehogs without this feature. But it can easily avoid things like trees or garden objects. It also cuts right along the edges of the lawn, which reduces the need for trimming. Yes, the mower is a genius, but the real advantage of it is simple. It's time. Instead of spending an afternoon mowing, the lawn takes care of itself, which means I can focus on the house and the garden.
So the lawn will be a lot smaller this year and way easier to maintain. And seeing the mower working in the background quietly while you are working feels like you're doing the double work and like having an extra volunteer in the garden. Use the discount code in the link above or from the description for better value.
Oh man, vad svårt. It's hard. Så.
Är du nöjd?
Ja.
Creating a meadow isn't as simple as just letting the lawn grow wild. A natural Swedish meadow is mostly grasses with some flowers in it, not the other way around. So when you buy seeds for a meadow, make sure that it's actually native and mimics the nature with a lot of grasses. So instead of replacing everything, I'm working with what's already here. I'm letting the lawn grow, keeping what's naturally settled in, and then adding small acupuncture points of wildflowers to help shift the balance over time. To do that, I'm cutting out circles of turf, loosening the soil and mixing in sharp washed sand. That's very important. Poor, free-draining soil gives meadow plants a better chance and stops the grass from taking over again.
Ska vi göra detta så jämnt som möjligt?
Du rör den bara med händerna.
Ja.
Why?
Att jag gillar att arbeta med händerna.
Why?
I like to get my hands dirty.
Aha. Så du gillar att dina händer blir jordiga?
Jag gillar att arbeta med elementen med händerna. Jag känner
Hur det känns liksom.
materialen som jag arbetar med.
Mm.
Ja.
Är alla de där exakt samma?
Nej, de är olika sorter. Vägen ner. Ja. Och så tar du och bäddar, så packar runt den igen. Lägger tillbaka jorden. Och så trycker du till runt så här.
Ja.
Så. Och så fyller du på alla sidorna. Inte bara på ena sidan.
Jag vet.
Och så tryck ner med fingrarna runt.
Why?
Så att det inte är en massa mellanrum mellan jorden och
Växten.
ja, växt.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through and through. No limit to what we can do.
I'm sowing a native wildflower mix and adding a few plug plants too, just to give things a head start. And then comes the hardest part, patience. A real meadow takes time, and later in the season, I'll need to wait until everything's seeded before cutting it back. Maybe I'll even have to learn how to use a scythe by autumn.
I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.